Alright, okay. Hello mathematicians! Welcome to our vlog. I'm Miss G and I'm Miss E. And together, we're like X and Y. Totally dependent on each other, but still confusing. This is the place where logic and SDGs crash into each other, like our brains and math exams during final week. Boom! Today, we're diving into MLOSET. Yep, proving arguments about SDGs. Sounds super serious, right? But relax, it's not as scary as it sounds. It's like arguing with your friends about who's the smartest. And definitely, it's not us. Kidding! Basically, what we'll do is take real-life problems, turn them into logical statements, and check if those arguments actually make sense, or if they're just nonsense. Like when I argue with my calculator. Why do you hate me, calculator? So buckle up, grab your pens, and maybe a snack. Because in this vlog, we're gonna mix logic, laughter, and some issues about our country.
And now, let's start proving. And now, here's our 3 SDGs. First, SDG number 1. If politicians are corrupt, then poverty increase. If politicians are not corrupt, then the funds will reach the poor and poverty decrease. Poverty is not increasing. Therefore, either politician will not engage in corruption or funds will reach the poor. Here's the propositions. P. Politicians are corrupt. F. Funds will reach the poor. And D. Poverty increases. Hypothesis number 1. If politicians are corrupt, then poverty increase. P implies D. Hypothesis number 2. If politicians are not corrupt, then the funds will reach the poor and poverty decrease. Negation of P implies quantity of F and negation of D. Hypothesis number 3. Poverty is not increasing. Negation of D. We're going to prove that either politicians will not engage in corruption or fund will reach the poor. Negation of P or F. The first 3 is our premises. We use modus tollens number 1 and 3 to get the negation of P. Next, with the use of modus ponens number 2 and 4, we can get quantity of F and negation of D. Next, we can use simplification from number 5 to get F. Lastly, with the use of addition number 4 and 6, we can get negation of P or F.
Second, SDG 8. Here's our argument. If workers are paid for their work, then employment decreases. If employment decreases, then people will have decent jobs. If decent job increase, economic growth will follow. However, overall economic growth will not happen. Therefore, workers are not paid and unemployment increases. Here's our propositions. P. Workers are paid for their work. U. Unemployment decrease. D. Decent job increase. And E. Economic growth occurs. And our hypotheses are, first, if workers are paid for their work, then unemployment decreases. P implies U. Second, if unemployment decreases, then people will have decent jobs. U implies D. Third, if decent jobs increase, then economic growth will follow. D implies E. And last, however, overall economic growth will not happen. Negation of E. And what we need to prove is workers are not paid and unemployment increases, which is negation of P and negation of U. The first 4 is our hypothesis. And using hypothetical syllogism of 2 and 3, we can get U implies E. With the use of hypothetical syllogism of 1 and 5, we can get P implies E. And with the use of modus tollens of 4 and 6, we can get negation of P. And by using again the modus tollens of 4 and 5, we can get the negation of U. With the use of addition of 7 and 8, we can get negation of P and negation of U.
Lastly, SDG 16. If politicians do not abuse power or if justice is served, then peace can be achieved. If peace is achieved, then true peace exists. But true peace does not exist. Either politicians abuse power or justice is not served. Therefore, the politicians do not serve justice.
And here's our propositions. P. Political abuse power. J. Justice is served. Q. Peace can be achieved. And T. True peace exists.
First hypothesis, if politicians do not abuse power or justice is served, peace can be achieved. Quantity of negation of P or J implies Q. Second, if the peace achieved, then true peace exists. Q implies T. Third, the true peace does not exist. Negation of T. Fourth, either politician abuse power or the justice is not served. P or negation of J. And need to be proved, the politician do not serve justice. Negation of J.
And here's our proving. The first 4 is our premises. And with the use of modus tollens of 2 and 3, we can get negation of Q. And with the use of modus tollens again of 1 and 5, we can get the negation of quantity of negation of P or J. Next, with the use of De Morgan's of number 6, we can get P and negation of J. And lastly, with the use of simplification of 7, we can get negation of J.
And that's our 3 SDGs that we proved using rules of inferences.
Thank you for watching!
Bye!